You know what time it is? It's open mic time. So now I'm going to give this opportunity to our audience to participate. Any volunteers? I know someone wants to impersonate.
Gladys.
Anybody have a song to share? A funny story? A poem? A poem, say, about bisexuality? Oh, wait, hold up. I think we've got one. I got a biter. She bit the bait. Everyone, welcome. Yeah.
As always, Gracie said my name really incorrectly. So, ladies and gentlemen, and sometimes ladies and sometimes gentlemen, I have two pieces. One is original and the other is plagiarized. I'll start with the plagiarized piece. This is written by Vikram Seth, and it's titled Dubious. Some men like Jack, and some like Jill. And that I like them both. I wonder if this freewheeling really is an enlightening thing, or its greater scope a sign of deviance from some party line. In the strict ranks of gay and straight, what is my status, stray or great? The second one is, I just wrote it last year, just before shutting down the computer. An image of a woman sitting across from me at a dinner table came to mind, and a very loud, talkative person, and her name was Demeter. And so just as I was shutting down, I wrote this. Hi, Demeter. Last night you mentioned that meter mattered. I am right now quite shattered. Your letter left me insecure. Well, you mentioned meter mattered as hell. I've thought of poetry as free, verse till as rhythmic. Your meter obsession is sheer bigotry, and by extension, Demeter, you're sickotry. Maggots can be seen on the mulberry trees, and demons can be heard during noxious night. Demeter, do not heed her, free blank rhythmic delight. Everything served here, chilled and hot. At times skeleton less, at others totally bound. Demeter, in your letter I found that your love for meter is unfounded. Come on, seriously, because when senti and meter come together, senti sounds more sensitive to poetry, and meter just like ground and pepper feather. Demeter, does meter matter because it's part of your name? In which case it's quite a shame. After all, it's now time for you to be shattered, for your name is laid by an untraveled fame that really needs to be metrically battered. Meteorites, Demeter, have a claim to fame, but you have little to life.
Thank you, our soul open micer. I guess I'll give you one last chance. Oh, rude.
Something small. I really like seagulls, and so I do a good seagull impersonation.
My chest are even finding Nemo. So, anybody else? Going once?
What did the fish say when he ran into a wall?
What?
Damn.
That's like good going along with the Finding Nemo.
Yeah. And then the fish mating too.
Nice. Alright. We'll move on with our program. Next, we have a piece called Stop It, written and performed by Kate Furto and Meejin.
Yay,
Thanks.
Where am I from? Seattle. Oh, you mean where am I really from? Here we go again.
Where am I from? Connecticut. Oh, right. Check the box.
I pass as full 100% Korean.
I pass as full 100% white.
If I am quiet around you, you might assume that I don't speak English.
You don't know me, you might assume that I've never felt like an outsider based upon the color of my skin.
If you don't know me, you might assume that I eat rice every day.
You don't know me, you might assume that I've always been a member of a dominant culture instead of an alien of two.
If you knew me, you would know that English is the only language I speak fluently.
If you knew me, you would know that I felt like an outsider based upon the color of my skin.
If you knew me, you would know that my family doesn't even own a rice cooker.
If you knew me, you would know that I have felt like an alien of two cultures. To many people, I appear white. My clothing, my mannerisms, and my facial features. You know, for so long, I felt like I had to wave a freaking Indian flag to get any recognition of my mixed culture or Indian heritage. Because, like most everyone else, conclusions drawn by my physical appearances will tell you very little about my background.
It gets pretty old when people ask the question, where are you from? With the preconceived notion that I possess exotic experiences from a foreign country that I'm just dying to share with them. They will keep pushing me until I tell them that I was born somewhere other than the United States, that I was born in Korea. Why do they pinpoint me as a foreigner? Me, the one who grew up in the fucking United States. No, I do not eat kimchi, and yes, it is very likely that I will marry a black man. Don't get me wrong when I get angry that people see only my Korean side. I'm not trying to write off my Koreanness. I would never change who I am.
So you recognize as two parts of the whole. I wore different clothes, changed my hairstyle, even hung out with certain people. The only problem with that was that I kind of had to diss my dad's European heritage, because, let's face it, white culture will never be the end thing.
My bitterness stems from the assumptions made by strangers. I wish they would take a look at the side of me that is not so physically visible. My whiteness. I was adopted and raised by the States by white parents. And I treasure the life I have with my family. Don't discount me for being raised white. I admit I benefited from white privilege to some extent, but let's not get into the oppression faced by transracial adoptees. That's another piece. No, that's another book.
Well, passing for less than a minute's worth of physical inspection is a sign of my white privilege. That's where the similarities end. I do not have the shared cultural or home experiences that many of my white friends do. It's like I'm never enough of one shade or the other to be part of either group.
If I represent my knowledge of and enthusiasm for white culture, I feel forced to defend my Koreanness. As I represent my Korean heritage, I feel like I have to defend my white upbringing. So what am I? Korean American.
Yes. As soon as I tell people what they want to hear, they most often reply, "Oh, really? I thought you were mixed. I saw in your eyes." Your eyes hold some mysterious and information. No further questions like, what kind of music do you like, or who do you think will win next year's presidential election? It's as though people who ask really just want to settle the discomfort within themselves and not being able to place my facial features into their conception of how a person should look.
When I tell you I am Korean American, you probably have an idea in your head of who you expect me to be. These words cover a broad spectrum of identities. So, don't assume one fucking thing. Labels cannot be slapped onto people like they can be slapped onto packages of meat. Beef, pork, African, Latina, Asian. So, do you ask?
Or don't you?